Let's put the Curio 2 to the test. Today we are going to take a notebook from the Dollar Tree and see if we can customize it by cutting out the word notes in a stencil font. And then if it works, I plan on placing a piece of coordinating cardstock in behind that just to pretty it up a bit. Hi, I'm Brenda Lambert. I'm a TJC licensed instructor for Silhouette. You found your way to Silhouette success. Now, if everybody is ready to see exactly what this machine can do, let's do this. The front cover is thick and would do better with a craft blade, but that would create extra cuts with the hooks and loops, and that just isn't going to work for this project. So we are going to experiment and see if we can get it done with the auto blade. I'm using a strong grip mat on the electrostatic bed, then securing the notebook with painter's tape. This may be overkill, but I want to eliminate any preventable issues. In the software, I have my design set up to cut with the Curio 2. I have selected the 12 by 12 mat option. Then in the send panel, I have my material set to cardstock heavy, and I've bumped the blade up to a 5. Now I'm sure that this will require multiple passes and eventually a depth of 10. This project is all about patience. We're going to take our time and see how this goes. As I had suspected, this did not cut all the way through. It did cut through the top layer quite nicely. I am going to pull all of these bits out. I'm going to set the blade depth up to a 10 and run it back through. As long as you don't move the notebook or the mat, it will cut in the same exact spot. And now would be the perfect time to let me know in the comments, is this going to be an epic fail, or are we going to succeed at fully cutting through this thick cardstock cover? We did have more luck with the second pass. Some of this has cut all the way through, but not all of it. So I am going to tuck a piece of heavy cardstock in behind the cuts to protect the actual paper and run it again. Okay, so the blade and the force are both maxed out. If this pass does not finish up the job, we may have to call it quits. The auto blade has managed to cut through the entire thickness of the cover on this notebook. I am quite impressed. I do have to clean up the edges a little bit with my pin pen, but it's not horrible. Some of these pieces are popping out really nicely, just leaving a nice clean edge, while other pieces are giving me a little bit of trouble. I think if I had run a piece of painter's tape all the way across underneath where it was cutting, it would have stabilized the cover a little bit better, and I would have had more consistent results. I'm going to go ahead and switch this notebook out for a plain old piece of cardstock now. I want to cut a piece of cardstock to go in behind the front flap of the notebook. And that is one of the great things about the Curio, is that you can switch materials so easily. This notebook is measuring in at around 10 millimeters thick, and I'm going to go straight from that to a piece of cardstock. Now I am going to let this part of the video run at regular speed instead of speeding up the video. I want you to see that the Curio 2 does actually run quite slow. And I don't think that that's a reason to not buy the Curio 2. I just think that it's important for you to know all of the facts about the machine before you make the purchase. If you are looking for speed, then of course you're going to want to go for the Cameo. The Curio 2 was made to work on different materials. So, again, I'm not saying don't buy the Curio 2. I'm just trying to make you aware of all of the things. Since we are talking about the versatility of the Curio 2, I'm going to go ahead and remove this cardstock that we just cut and move right into cutting some vinyl, and I'm going to spice this notebook up a little bit. I did have a little bit of trouble with the weeding of this vinyl. I think that had more to do with the thin font than with the actual cut, but I did manage to get it weeded. This project is super cute, and I really am impressed with the Curio's ability to go from one material to the next without any issues. Of course, you have to change the settings in Silhouette Studio, but you just lay the new material right on there, switch your settings up a bit, and it just goes. It is amazing. But with that being said, we need to realize that the Curio 2 has not even started to shine. This is really going to be impressive when they release the new tools. The engraving, the foiling, the leather punch, it's all going to be absolutely amazing. On top of all of that, I just ordered the Cameo 5. It is going to be here within the week, so you're going to want to stay tuned for videos on that as well. If you plan on hanging out on YouTube for a while longer, go ahead and catch this video here. Otherwise, go create something amazing, and I will see you in the next video.